Hi, everybody. My name is Tal Kollender. I'm one of the founders and the CEO of Remedio. One of the things that made me creating Remedio from the beginning is the ability to think like an attacker. So when you want to hack into something, you really want to think what can be breakable. And every computer, let's say that you have an organizational computer, then it comes with an antivirus. It comes with maybe more defense or more tools that will help protect your device from potential breach. So maybe you have it on the email, maybe you have it on the device as an antivirus and firewalls, etc. But when I do have the entire tool set and I think I'm protected, organizations are still get breached. Every day you can read it on the news. What is the problem? When I investigated why I pay so much money on third-party tools, but I still get breached, even though I'm properly secured, allegedly, when I just saw it, I just realized that, hackers maybe they do care at the beginning of how to get into your endpoint, but at the end of the day, they just move laterally within the devices, abusing something that is called misconfigurations. And we are talking about device misconfigurations. What is it actually, like the term of misconfiguration? So apparently it can be many things. It can be human errors. Everybody knows that everybody makes mistakes. Then the second thing of that would be default settings. So when you get your first computer, even when you have the security tools, even if it is hardened, one of the things that you should know is that even when you have it, security settings will always be there. Security settings and default settings, of every single bit and byte that you have on your device can lead to a massive, massive breaches as we read on the news. And then another important part on top of that would be, what if I told you that you have unpatchable vulnerabilities that are still out there on your device? One of the things that you will say, no way, I have every possible tool that protects and prevents everything, but not. EDRs and DLPs and anti-email, malware, whatever that you have, they cannot stop something that is called misconfiguration. Misconfigurations, in general, are handled mainly manually. And it means that you need to go either device by device or write some scripts or to double check yourself against it. But what we created is a new approach of safe remediation. And let me give you an example of what I mean. A great example is maybe, I'm not sure if you are aware of WannaCry, is something that maybe 20-year-old, in terms of the vulnerability of SMBv1, but it is still out there. People are still get hacked because of this SMBv1. So for those of you who don't know, SMBv1 is an obsolete protocol. Obsolete protocol that exists on your Windows, on your Linux, on the Macs, and even switches routers, and everywhere. The problem is that SMBv1 is almost on each and every operating system, is still there, is still enabled. Now, you can run vulnerability checks against it, or pen tests, and they will all tell you SMBv1 is enabled. Now, you need to disable it. How can you disable it without, knowing what the impact can be? How are you going to disable it without even knowing how to script against Windows different versions, Linux different versions, Macs different versions? And then, what happened if there is an impact and then you need to revert? Now in Remedio, we just found the perfect way to stop and make a safe remediation and finally save you time and, of course, money. Let me jump into the demo so I can definitely show you this example and even one more example that is related to SMBv1. So what you can see on the screen here with my multiple tabs open this is our UI. And if I will take the example of SMBV1, which you can see also here, but I really want you to see it from, I would say, like a better way. And I really want to go and click here on the SMBV1. You can obviously see like plenty of other examples, but let me take you to the specific thing that we all know that is still out there. On the SMBV1 example, what you can see is not only that SMBV1 is enabled. Again, so far, easy. What we can show you if SMB was or wasn't used in the past 90 days. And then what we can show you is that not only if it was or wasn't used, you can click, you can see the entire device list, you can see every single detail within the device. You can go and filter by device if you would like and see what is the SMB status there. But then, remember our approach. We want to show you that right now, what you can do is you can select and go for the entire 4.1K alerts on 4.5K devices and click on Remediate. What you are going to see now is our remediation screen that will explain to you that you can disable SMBV1 on the devices that you chose, that the SMBV1 actually wasn't used in the past 90 days. We can even tell you how we do it. Not only that, we can even, of course, being more than transparent, we can make sure that it will be automatically reapplied. When we say automatically reapply, it means that any future device and current devices within Remedio with the same behavior of SMBV1 that wasn't used in the past 90 days but still enabled will be automatically disabled. This is the power of Remedio, but more importantly, we added our autonomous recommendations. One thing that we do here is that we find correlated topics or related topics that we know that if you are going to close one of them, the others are, you need to close them, no doubt about it. And this is why when you click here on the disable the web client service, this is a dependency of the SMBV1 that we can just assure you how easy it is just to do everything in a single click. Now, if you have any kind of, you want to do it after a certain time, day, you have some kind of a service now or a Jira that you want to do ticketing for the approval, everything is doable here. But what happens after you remediated? And let's say that you remediated something and then you regret. We can assure you that after remediating, no matter what you want to do and to revert and undo, we can take it and we can revert it. You can choose a single device. You can choose multiple devices. You can select all of the devices. But then you can definitely take the entire action or some specific assets and revert them. This is our power, in short, making safe remediation, but also making sure that even if you want, let's take it even 7 years after the first remediation, you can always bring it back to the misconfigured state. And then you can mute it if you want and ignore and what we call accept the risk. And then you can just see the entire journey of yours, how much risk reduction you saved. Listen, with zero disruption, zero downtime. That's the power of Remedio. You can also see the money that you saved. It's also always good to see how much money you saved. But more importantly, again, how easy things become when you have a safe remediation tool across the entire environment, entire devices, whether you have a single environment, whether you do M&As, and whether if you want just to validate your VDIs, everything is possible with Remedio. I hope you enjoyed the demo. And if you would like to learn more, please visit us. And if you would like to sign in for a free trial, please scan the QR code. Thank you so much.